I did a video on appliqué a little while ago, check it out if you haven't already. And I have another denim shirt that I want to decorate as well. It's similar style. This one is collarless, but it does have a pocket on one side, which you have to be mindful of. Could decorate the back. I've seen that with a lot of denim jackets and that looks really nice. But with a shirt, I want the pattern to be on the front. I have another piece of a swatch, free swatch given to me. Again, someone's already had the end of it, so I've not got the whole piece, but what I do have is this nice bird here, which is going to be the focus of the applique. Well, having thought about it, I feel it's a bit like making a patch, a bit of a cheat on making an embroidery patch, because this is already embroidered for you. What we're doing is we're just turning it into a patch. We have the bird, which is the focal point. He's on one leaf that goes all the way up, so we can have that all the way up. But there's a bit of a flower, but we've not really got enough of that to use. But there are some more interesting leaves over here. So what I think I will do is try and have some of these as well. This isn't as big as the last one, it's still a good size to make a patch out of. And I think it's a really easy way of decorating your clothes, giving them a bit of an update. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to cut out the pieces I think I can use. I'm going to make it quite a wide berth of the pattern, because then we're going to play around with it a little bit and see what we come up with. So here are the pieces. Not sure it really needs any more embellishing. I might put more leaves here, not sure. It's a very pale blue denim, and I thought it really sort of lended itself to the greys and blues in this pattern. Let's put the bird on. So we might have to come down like almost under the armpit a little bit. There we go. It is more horizontal than I thought. I kind of imagined he'd be like that, but that would take this onto the arm, which we can't really have. So there we go, that's okay, it does fit. Potentially even move him slightly further down and have a little bit of extra swagger. Maybe I'm over egging it a little bit, maybe it doesn't have to be complicated. Quite like this leaf on top of this stalk, so I might just take that leaf off down there. But apart from that, I don't think I actually need that much. I'm not sure I need this here. We'll bring it up a little bit. Do I want this? No, I feel like this one is the one. And then this leaf here. We'll trim this colour bit off here. I suppose. No, I think that would look weird. And I think that's it. The denim itself is quite a stable fabric. It's not got any elastic in, and this is an upholstery fabric, so this is very durable and very strong, and it's not going to give a lot. I'm not going to use a stabilizer when I sew it on, but I will hoop it up so the top doesn't move around when we are doing the final sew on. So what I'm going to do now is find some thread that matches the background as much as I can. I'm going to trim really close with some super sharp scissors, and then do probably a satin stitch around the edge to seal it, and then we can sew it on. Let's go. I've had slight second thoughts about this shirt. So as I was cutting it, obviously it has started to fray. So I think we're going to keep the design a bit smaller. I'm going to take off this leaf. I'm not going to put anything on the pocket. I did another shirt. It's really tricky to do it on the pocket without taking the pocket off. But I think this little leaf might just bounce out this side. So we're going to work with the fraying. We're going to do something called frayed applique. So I'm going to cut a bit more of the fabric off, the excess fabric off. Then I'm going to sew really carefully right next to the image that I want to keep. Probably back stitch, making it really secure. We're then going to fray the rest of the fabric that is left, fray the edges. And this is a style that's kind of rustic. It's quite in fashion at the moment, and it's definitely a particular thing. It's not going to look like I've accidentally got fraying fabric. It's a very particular look that we're going to go for, and it lends itself to the fabric. You do just have to work with the fabric you've got, so it's going to be difficult to sew it and not get the edges all fraying. So we are going to sew directly onto the shirt. I wasn't going to start with because it is denim, but it is quite a thin denim. So I think we're going to be okay just sewing directly on. It's quite stable. I am going to hoop it up, and then I will show you again when we get to the interesting bit, when we're going to try and fray it. Got some thread that's quite a good match for the background cloth. And we're going to do our first frayed applique. Let's see how it goes. Here is the finished shirt before fraying. You can tell it's already started to fray. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the edges, fraying it a little bit more and trim it up a little bit. Decided to keep it really simple, so we haven't got any extra leaves, and I've not got anything on the pocket either because that was just proving too difficult. I'm going to just take out the longer threads. See, I stitched all the way around, and I hope that is going to be enough. Just want a little bit more of a deliberate fringe to it, which in some places that's easier to do. There we go.